has fallen, and even the snow that's not falling, it's still being moved around by the wind. So a lot of that drift is happening. You can even see it as these cars go by on the road.
You keep hearing it, right? That the weather for all of us folks from out east is terrible and awful, and Iowans just say it's January. Decision Desk shows Donald Trump with a massive lead, 36 points ahead of the closest rival, Nikki Haley, in the average of our pollings. You're supposed to cover a spread like that, but in the eyes of many, if you don't blow out the competition, you've lost. Weather is a huge factor. Any win over 10 points now, the Trump campaign says would be good. Senior advisor for Donald J. Trump for president 2024, Jason Miller is here. Jason, I'm glad to have you because you were here also for 2016. We went through that race as well together. What is different about the Trump ground game and organization in Iowa for 2016 versus 2024?
Leland, great question. Folks talk about the experience of the candidate in President Trump, having done this before in 16 and 20, now back for his third round with the Iowa caucuses. We talk about the experience level of our supporters, of our volunteers. These are folks who may have voted for President Trump in caucuses before, maybe they voted for him in general elections. Well, we also have a mountain of data for people who joined President Trump at rallies, for example, people who've camped overnight, who've stood outside for hours on end to be able to get into events, who are very motivated to vote for President Trump.
We saw during the town hall and in other events we've seen folks wearing the white hats with the gold lettering saying Trump caucus captain and have committed there. So you guys got a good list there. I'm wondering about the evangelical vote. So much has been made about the evangelical vote in Iowa. That was a real weakness for President Trump in 2016. It appears as though in 2024 that's turned around. Why is that? And how do you make sure that what appears to be now a strength for President Trump actually remains one and turns out?
Yeah, great question. And I would say look at President Trump's record as being the most pro-life president that we've had in our nation's history, with the conservative judicial appointments, the 3 conservative justices that he appointed to the Supreme Court. President Trump actually has 4 years in office that he can point to. So there's no guesswork. There's no question about it. And President Trump has really not only proved himself with the evangelical community, but also there are folks in the evangelical community here in Iowa and other places. They're the ones who are encouraging him to run in the first place and will help fuel his win on Monday evening.
All right. I want to get to this, though, because President Trump, depending on what poll you look at the averages up somewhere between 30 and 35 points. One of your other advisors, Chris Lakita, a win is a win, but anything over 12 points is a great night. Why lower expectations? Why not think you're going to win by 30 points and put this thing to bed?
Leland, why are you trying to raise expectations? Why even say 12 points? Any win is a win, and we'll be happy to take it. Now, in the historical context, the largest win ever in a contested Iowa caucus is 12 points, actually about 12.5 points. That was 1988 with Bob Dole. And no candidate has ever actually crossed over that 50% mark in a competitive Iowa caucus on the Republican side. So a win is a win. I'll be happy with any margin. There are a couple of historical numbers out there that people have been paying attention to. But you know what? We're going to win here in Iowa. Then we're going to go to New Hampshire, unlike Ron DeSanctimonious, who said today he's going to go on to South Carolina and skip New Hampshire. We're going to win there, go win in South Carolina, and then we're going to go take it to Joe Biden.
For whatever it's worth, I've just gotten in the past 30 seconds or so from the team, Trump moving to tele-rallies weekend ahead of Iowa caucus, not coming, at least in terms of what this schedule now says. How is that going to affect things, especially with older voters that skew to Donald Trump between him not being here to rally and then the cold on Monday night?
Well, I think the folks who passed that along, I realize you're on the air, you may have seen this, but got it wrong. President Trump will be coming to Iowa tomorrow on Saturday. We'll be having tele-rallies. He's actually doing one at this moment, another tele-rally tomorrow on Saturday. The next rally, the next first in-person rally will be Sunday, noon Central at Indianola here in Iowa. So he is coming tomorrow.
Got it.
President Trump just put out a video to that extent also. And so we look forward to being here soon. I'm sure he'll be enjoying the snow with the rest of us before you know it.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.